third time is usually the charm. All right, we should be live. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's everybody doing today? Can you folks hear me out there and see me clearly? I already saw you in the chat, Similar Evil. Thank you for being here. Excuse me a second, let me clear my throat. Excuse me. Hey, Warrior Spirit, how are you doing? Warrior, can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Just doing a sound check and a video check. Production looks good. Well, thank you so much. It's mobile. You never know what's going to happen. You can, take the best precautionary measures, and you're dealing with cell towers, the atmosphere, electrical interference, YouTube servers, your phone working properly. There's just a lot that goes into this, folks. A lot of people don't realize what it takes to put on a live stream or to do a video or to be a YouTube content creator. It's a lot of work. Now, I enjoy it because I'm a very tech-savvy person, and I grew up with tech in my hand practically because I lived in the high-tech capital of the world all my life here in the San Francisco Bay Area, Northern California. Inspired Champion, you used the word that Nightbot timed you out. Maybe use excessive emojis, and Nightbot timed you out for 5 seconds. Just going to wait for a few more people to roll on in here before I get started, because today's topic is something that just popped in my head based on what happened yesterday. I'm not going to go into detail about what happened yesterday. If you folks want to catch up on all those streams, you can go to the previous 2 streams on my channel. If you also want to watch the Coach Shangy stream, COACH space SHANGI, I really shouldn't be promoting his channel because he's had some very choice words to say about me lately that have been very rude, obnoxious, and disrespectful and immature in my opinion. But I'm not going to stoop to his level of immaturity. I'm going to handle this professionally and properly here, which is probably going to upset him more, because that's what happens with insecure people, in my opinion. Maybe it's a fact, but I'm not a psychologist. I don't have a psychology degree, so I can't diagnose anyone that's insecure. I can only state my opinion, right? An opinion I'm entitled to, right? But yeah, folks, if you want to catch up on what's been going on lately, it's just been a world of, let's just say, dog do right now. I'm trying to keep this as clean as possible. Got 25 people in the box. And as you can probably tell, I'm not as lively as I usually am. I'm in one of those kind of mellow moods, kind of sensitive type of moods. And yes, it is primarily because of what happened yesterday and what's been going on with all this drama that I really never wanted anything with in the first place. But sometimes in life, because you're sharing space with other people like you are out here on YouTube, when you're on the YouTube platform, you're sharing public space with other people, and you can't control what they say or do. And even though YouTube has measures in place to combat these, things that other people are doing that violate the YouTube community guidelines and ad-friendly guidelines, in many cases, nothing ever happens to these people. I can only imagine how much of a struggle it is for YouTube and their employees to manage this as best as properly, or as best as possible. As best as possible. Sorry. If I slip on my words today a little bit, folks, forgive me. I'm just in one of those moods. I don't want to yell at anybody today. I don't want to raise my voice if I don't have to. What I really want to accomplish here today is share with people a little bit more about my sensitive side and how much I really care about people. And how secure I am within myself. Despite what happens to me, I will never project anything onto anyone else, because everybody goes through things, and if you project negative things that happen to you onto other people, then in essence what you're doing is projecting your insecurities. And that's the last thing I will ever do to anybody. I've never done that in my life. I don't think it's fair to take out your issues on someone else just because they're in a better place than you're in. Mentally, emotionally, physically, it doesn't matter. All the above. So, Jesus Christ, they're cranking up that music over there, and it's all good. Give me a second here, folks. I'll just get out of the way there. So after, the two streams I did yesterday, I did do a late night stream. It was I think it was almost 3.5 hours long, late last night. I had a slow day on my day job today. So I figured, since I didn't stream a night stream from the studio last night around the usual time I do at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, I figured I would do one overnight. And there were actually a lot of people there, believe it or not. Hey, Queen Helen Casey, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for being here. Well, I think that's why they wanted the bots. Unfortunately, it does not replace the judgment of what a human can do. Terry, there's no way you could run a platform like YouTube without having an artificial intelligence. Is it perfect? No. Does it make mistakes? Quite often. But in many cases, it gets it right. And if it gets it wrong, in some cases, like a lot of my videos get wrongfully demonetized with a yellow icon. I submit them for manual review, and then within a day or less, they come back, most of them come back confirmed, green, suitable for all advertisers. How else can you handle it? But see, I'm one that understands that. I understand technology, and I understand the scale of people and videos and work that YouTube and Google have to deal with. There's no other company out there that could have saved YouTube besides Google. And for them to even be able to do it at the level they do it today is pretty amazing in my eyes. It's hard to manage people, folks, in real life at a corporate job. Imagine how much harder it is to handle people digitally on a video hosting site with over 2 billion people on it. Just imagine how hard that is. And nobody really even tries to understand it at the level that I understand it. In essence, I'm a very understanding guy in many aspects of life. I feel I understand things better than most people do. So when I share my opinions, a lot of people challenge me and attack me because they think I'm only thinking about myself and being a very selfish person. I don't have an ounce of selfishness in my bones, in my body. Everything I do has always been not only about what's best for me, but at the same time, what's best for others. But you got to take care of yourself first. That's what a lot of people don't get. Before you can even help others and think of others, you have to be in a good place yourself. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. And many people aren't in that position. They're not. AM21, wow, thank you for the super chat, bro. Hello, Eli. Hopefully you okay, and everyone in the chat. AM21, thank you for another $2 super chat. I'm doing fine, bro. I'm just, I'm in a mellow mood today. You know, I want to show my audience that's here for the right reasons who I really am and how much of a loving and caring person I actually am. And I can actually do a stream that's mellow and laid back and not yell from the top of my lungs and, you know, not try to go after anybody. And I never have enjoyed going after anyone. I've only done it because they've come at me. Like, I never instigate going after people. All I've done is defend myself and protect myself. But the haters that I've gone after, that have attacked me first many times before I started going after them, like to flip it around and say I attacked them. No, that's not the truth at all. But that's all they've got. They have to come back with that, because if they come out and say, well, we did attack him first, then everybody would logically put two and two together and say that, well, if they attacked him first, then he has the right to defend himself, right? They don't want to give me that. In essence, these people are master manipulators because they're very insecure and they don't love themselves. I keep saying that time and time again. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. So let's get to the topic, folks, because I really want to get into this. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Live here on YouTube. This is the Walking with Purpose live edition, episode number 42. And today I'm going to be discussing nobody controls my decisions and no one should yours. Basically, I'm saying that nobody besides myself controls my final decisions on anything I have to make in life for myself. Nobody controls that besides myself. And what I'm saying to you folks is that you should never let anyone control any of your decisions or final decisions besides yourself. Moving out of the way, that van's there, pretty loud. But does that mean you shouldn't allow other people to share their opinions or possibly have an influence on your decision-making process? That's completely up to you, who you want to allow to influence your decisions. Because let me tell you something, folks. There are very few people that can actually influence my decisions. And those are people that I know have my head and my heart in their best interest. And I have theirs as well. When I know that people or certain people are trying to help me genuinely and not trying to pull one on me or control me, I will listen to what they have to say. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they may be able to partially or fully influence one of my decisions. But that's for me to decide, not for the other side to decide. Same thing goes for you folks. How many people out here have had other people in your lives, whether it's other people out here on YouTube you may be working with or collaborating with or getting to know, or in your real life, your friends, your family, people at your work, right? How many people out here have had others try to influence your decision about something and try to continuously push you into making the decision that they feel is best for you, not what actually is best for you? There's nothing selfish about that, folks, because once again, You got to love yourself first, take care of yourself first before you can help anybody else. You got to be in a good place, like I said, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. And if any one of those aspects is even a little out of whack, that's going to affect your capabilities of helping other people, truly helping other people. Especially other people that may be in a little bit or a much better position than you. Might make certain people jealous and insecure, and then they overreact emotionally. And I've seen a lot of that happen out here on YouTube. There's a lot of jealousy. There are a lot of insecure people. And all they do is project their insecurities and attack other people like myself that come out here each and every day with confidence to try to help other people build up their confidence at my level. And one of my biggest issues has been primarily with middle-aged men. I'm talking about men in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond that behave more insecurely than even the normal level of insecurity that comes standard with women. Women are naturally going to be insecure about things. That's the way they were made by a higher power that I believe to be God. As a man, you got to have some understanding when it comes to that, because women are emotional beings. Men were not made to be emotional beings. Men were made to be logical thinkers. I'm not saying that women are not capable of thinking logically, but like I've said before, women always initially respond to everything based on how they're feeling emotionally in the present moment. And then afterwards, they may reason with logic. So I'm not saying that women are incapable of thinking logically. That's just not the way they were biologically programmed to be by a higher power that I believe is God. And I also believe that most people out here believe is God. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. I still love you. But those of you that do believe and have faith know what I'm talking about. Stay strong, coach. You can handle this BS. Dude, I am strong. I'm fine, dude. I'm just a little mellow today because a lot of this has started to wear me down physically. And I don't want to allow it to wear me down any more physically than it already has. So I've just kind of taken a step back, slowed things down a little bit, mellowed things out. And that's all, man. Nothing's going to change over here. Smash the like button for Eli. Thank you so much. Queen Helen Casey, good morning. Good evening, Eli, says Alex, the beer master. Welcome, Alex. How you doing, brother? AM21 says, no problem, my friend, for the super chat. So the biggest problem I have is with middle-aged men in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond that are behaving immaturely and insecurely, not only out here on YouTube, but in real life as well. I see the same problem with middle-aged men, even outside of YouTube. It's becoming an epidemic that's really, really bothered me. To see grown-ass men behave in this way. And it's very difficult for me as a strong man, and whether you folks think I'm strong or not, my haters are not going to think I'm strong because they're too weak to recognize I'm a strong person, or maybe they're just jealous of it, right? But I'll tell you, there's nothing that annoys me more than grown-ass men behaving like little girls. You got little girls, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old nowadays that behave more maturely than these grown men. Now, I'm not going to include the teenage boys and the men in their 20s, because even though I had a great upbringing, I didn't really become as mature as I feel I am today until I hit my early 30s. Now, I was as mature as I could be in my teens and in my 20s, but I was still learning. I had not experienced enough in life. I had not experienced enough relationships, jobs, and other aspects of life to be able to understand myself as best as I do today. So I can't sit here and include men under 30, but by the time you reach 30, if you haven't reached a level where you better understand yourself and you're more secure and mature, or at least on your way there, then you're probably never going to reach that level. And you're going to have a very difficult life, not only getting along with women and attracting women and keeping them around. Even if you can attract them, keeping them around is another story. But you're also going to have a problem getting along with real men like me, because I cannot respect men that behave this way. Growing up, I've shared my story in the past regarding my best friend, Brett, of 18 years. I threw away that friendship because that guy was behaving, and still to this day behaves, the exact way I was just saying about these other middle-aged men I was talking about as an example. Many of my guy friends, I don't hang out with them that much anymore, if at all, because it's really annoying being around with them. They want to go hiking with me and they want to do dinners and lunches, and I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it, because you guys annoy me, because you guys don't love yourselves. You guys are weak men, sissy men. And every time I would hang out with them, all they do is project their insecurities onto me, because I'm more successful at the things in life than they are. With my business and my dating life. Now, granted, my relationships haven't worked out in the past, but I had great relationships. That happens, but I'm able to attract women and keep them around. And sometimes you make mistakes. But these guys are having difficulty even getting past the first date with women, and they keep asking me, why can't I get a second date? Why don't they like me? Well, the simple answer is, you don't love yourself and you don't take care of yourself. You're 100 pounds overweight. Your clothes smell. You work at McDonald's. No disrespect to people that work at McDonald's, but what type of woman are you trying to attract? You got to better yourself, and you got to put yourself in a position where you're valuable. And it's not all about the money. But you got to be in a position where you're attractive and appealing to the opposite sex, because most women nowadays that I've met, let me tell you something, they're making good money. They're making six figures. They own their own homes. They have their own cars. They're financially stable. Now, some of them are not. But there are a lot of them that have their shit together, more so than middle-aged men. It's sad to me. It's sad to me how many middle-aged men have given up on themselves just because the world's a different place. That's why I do these streams, like I keep mentioning. I call my streams Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, because in essence, we're all living in a modern world that's practically about 55 years old, going back to the Civil Rights Act of 1964, where there's no more discrimination allowed based on your age, race, sex, meaning that men and women cannot be discriminated in the workplace. Men can't be favored over women just because they're men. That's what the Civil Rights Act did. Now, somebody, I'm not going to mention their name, did mention the Equal Rights Amendment. I understand the difference between the two, ma'am. I know who you are, and I know you still watch me. You're from the other side, and maybe you just enjoy the content secretly. That's okay. Do what you got to do. But I understand the difference between the Equal Rights Amendment and the Civil Rights Act of 64. But the Civil Rights Act is what really, really started giving women and other ethnicities, primarily the African Americans, the black people, more rights to stand up for themselves from not getting a job solely on the fact of the color of their skin or their gender. And nowadays, it's gone as far as, sexual orientation, which is great. I have no problem with the gay and lesbian community. It's not something for me. I'm straight, but you know what? I don't knock anyone for being who they feel they want to be or who they actually are. As long as they're cool with me, I'm cool with them. If they can do the job, if women and gay people can do the job just as good as a straight male, they should get the job, get paid the same. What's wrong with that? It's all about who's best qualified.
Oh my God. Hey, baby. Hey.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Video?
We're actually live on YouTube. Yes. A couple coppers just came by incidental, no big deal. They're like, doing a video? No, we're live on YouTube. We're live, man. None of this pre-recorded stuff, man. We just go on the fly. Just got to be cool with the people, That's all it is. You got to take things as they come, stride by stride, right? No harm, right? Just a couple kids, 3 kids on a bike, taking a bike ride after school. It's awesome. They saw the camera, they had a little fun. So be it. I was a kid once too. I get it. Anyway. So again, my main issue from what I've seen that has really affected the way the world is today are the middle-aged men. And it does stem back to feminism. I think a lot of these men are very angry and bitter that they're not able to control women in the way that women were able to be, if not somewhat controlled, completely controlled back in the days. And for me, even back in my younger days, I've never felt the need to control any woman. But I also will never let a woman control me. I think it should be about just getting along and hanging out, having fun and hooking up. And if that works and you fall in love, that's it. That's great. And that's why I prefer to hang out with women over men, even just as friends, because look, if you're like I said before, if you're on a hiking trail with a guy and he's whining and complaining, you're stuck with a dude that you have to put up with. At least if a woman is whining and complaining, you've got something beautiful to look at. And you can tease her a little bit and have a little fun with her, right? That's normal for women, but not normal for men. So that's why I can't stand being around many guys nowadays. That's why I've kind of almost removed most of my guy friends from my life. And they keep calling me, they keep emailing me, texting me. Hey, dude, want to hang out? Hey, dude, want to go to the SF Giants game or blah, 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 whatever, right? Dude, I already got plans. And I had 0 plans. I just don't want to hang out with you because you're annoying. Because all you get to do is project your damn insecurities about how shitty your life is to me all night. I'm not going to enjoy the game. I'd rather stay home and watch the game on TV in high definition. Not have to sit in traffic with you hearing your insecurities on the way there and on the way back. In my younger days, hanging out with my friends, that's what happened. And in the younger days, you have enough time to kind of deal with that, right? And as you get older and your time gets more and more valuable, the last thing you want to do is invest time with people that are emotionally unstable, insecure, and they project their insecurities onto you. And they're just not fun to hang around with. They're toxic. They're lethal. That's part of what I try to teach people here. But here's the thing. You know, last night, and I'm just going to mention him by name because everyone that knows the story knows who I'm talking about. Well, yesterday I mentioned on my stream about this CPS case I'm working on. The cyberbully guy that's been attacking me for many years, has a girlfriend, and he lives with her and her 2 kids. And because of the things he's done online, many of us feel that a welfare check is required. Welfare, wellness, same thing. It's typically called welfare, I believe. And because one person was the one that made that call to Florida CPS, and then because I got an email out of the blue asking me for information, and then I had to figure out and verify, if that information was true. I found out that she was legitimate, and I did send her the information today just to update everyone. But somebody behind the scenes that is also close friends with Shangy made me aware that he was the one that made the call. I was not made aware by this person, and I respect this person that made me aware, and now in the future I'll know how to handle these situations better. I was not made aware by this person to not mention it. At the same time, if Shangy told this CPS representative to contact me, gave her my email, and asked me for videos that I have that she wants to see, why wouldn't Shangy at least try to reach out to me and make me aware, and at the same time tell me, keep this quiet? Or anyone else that he told about this to keep it quiet. Because to me, unless somebody tells me to keep something quiet specifically, I'm going to make my own decision in how it's going to best benefit me with that information. If you want to call me selfish for that, then go right ahead. But all I did was use that information that I felt was best going to serve not only these kids, but me as well, because I also have a problem with this person for attacking me in the same ways that he's putting his girlfriend and his girlfriend's kid in jeopardy, or kids in jeopardy. So I'm not trying to be selfish. What I'm saying is the decision I made to go public on that had a specific purpose. I wasn't told to not go public on it. And I'm not going to sit there and think about it if I'm not told to not go public. I'm going to think about, okay, how can I best help the cause here? And how is it also going to help me at the same time? Because I have a very similar issue with the same person that they called CPS on. I made that decision on my own. And I stand tall on making that decision. Because I'll tell you something. The person that CPS was called on, there's no other person that knows him better out here on YouTube than me. And there's no one that's been through more with that person than me. And like I mentioned before, is it partially personal? Yes, because he's tried to destroy my life for almost 3 years just to entertain his audience. And sir, you don't have the right to destroy other people's lives to entertain your audience. If you want to consider that part of your freedom of speech, let's see how a court of law is going to decide on that based on what you've done. Yeah, if you want to share the news about what's going on with me and then move on, that's one thing. But if you're going to continuously attack me and harass me every day and poach my customers every day and gang attack me with your followers, you're not within your rights to do that. In essence, you're a gang/cult leader. And you can sit there and run your mouth and say all you want on your live streams. And I got to be honest with you, my cyberbully's live streams on his channel lately have been very vulgar and inappropriate. And yeah, they're getting all flagged down. I'm not going to lie. It's only a matter of time before one of those videos goes down for hateful, inappropriate content, vulgar, inappropriate, and vulgar language, or cyberbullying and harassment. I'll tell you, when that channel goes down, even if it goes down for a week with a community guideline strike, how's that guy going to feel? I know exactly what I'm doing. I want everyone to be aware, even the other side. I know exactly what I'm doing. Hey, Riff, how you doing, bro? I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm handling this the way I feel is right because I have a vested interest in this based on what's happened to me. Do I want the right thing done for the kids? Do I care about the welfare of the kids? Absolutely, I do. But I also care about my brand and the people that want to consume my content without being constantly attacked and harassed by this guy and his minions. It's my right to do whatever I feel I need to do to protect myself and my brand and the people that care about me. Nothing wrong with that. If you have a problem with that, then do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But yeah, last night, when I did my late night stream in the middle of the night, Coach Shangy was on, and even Barbara Placence came in, and she was very polite with me. I appreciate what you said, Barbara. I appreciate how you treated me because I still don't have a problem with you. Do I have a problem with Shangy now? Now I have a problem with Shangy, but I'm not going to attack Shangy. I'm not going to say anything negative about him. What I will say is what I feel is the truth. And if you want to consider that an attack, that's on you. I'm just stating the facts. But as far as Barbara goes, Barbara, I'm honestly proud of you. Regardless of what you choose to do, whether you want my help with a similar issue you have with the same cyberbully or not, just know I appreciate how respectful you were last night. And again, I apologize to you if what I actually meant came off a different way and it was misperceived. That can happen in the heat of the moment when emotions are running high. The main issue here, folks, is that a lot of these people that are trying to handle this cyberbully are running from a very high level of emotion. And let me tell you what happens when you run from a high level of emotion, especially as a man. You can't think clearly. Women think way more clearly when they're emotional. So, ladies, you're good. But when it comes to men, like you, Shangy, you run from a very high level of emotion all the damn time. I've done it myself. I'm not immune to it. I've had emotional tangents. It happens to the best of us. The best and strongest men will have their moments, but then you got to regroup and become strong and start thinking more logically, right? But when you're running from a very high level of constant emotion like Mad Shangy does all the time, you more so go and attack people instead of try to make amends and try to work things out. He came into my channel last night, and you can go watch the live stream replay. He's not banned. I'm not going to ban him. I'll let him run his mouth. He can burn himself. He attacked me, called me every name in the book, and I just sat there and said, it's okay, dude, I understand. I didn't attack him. Why am I going to attack a man that constantly runs from a high level of emotion based on his past experiences. He is banned. How do you know? Did he come in here right now, Warrior Spirit? Did Coach Shengi come in here right now? Is he running his mouth again? No, don't ban Shengi. Let him run his mouth. Let him run his mouth. Because the more and more that Shengi runs his mouth and attacks me when I'm being nothing but nice to him, the more people will see his true colors. That's all I got to say. I'll sit here, stay calm, run calm streams, and just allow people to show their true colors. When in essence, I have no problem with Shengi. And we have the same common goals. It's just that we both have different ways of reaching that goal. Shengi, can you control your emotions for one time to have a civil conversation? Come on, dude. You're a man, dude. Don't come in here and act all immaturely, brother. Let's just have a civil conversation about this like two grown-ass men. That's all I'm saying, dude. I'm not yelling at you. I didn't yell at you last night. I didn't ban you. Now, my mods ban you right now because you are being inappropriate. But I'm just saying, you know what? Yeah, unban the guy. Let him run his mouth. It's all good. Because the real people of the A team will now see who the stronger and better leader is. And if you want to continue choosing to trust a man that overreacts to every little thing emotionally, I don't know what to tell you. That's for you to decide on your own. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just presenting the story to you. That's all I'm doing. Shengi, more and more, I think I got a room for you next town over from me. You want to sit here and tell me that something isn't right with Mr. Shengi when he creates a channel, calls it Coach Shengi to try to spite me, right? Then he takes my actual professional picture with my body and my head and then puts his face over it, right? Then on his show last night, everybody, including JB Gunner's wife, Chrissy, called themselves Coach. Like even Shengi and his people are obsessed with me. Like if you folks don't like me and hate me that much, you would completely ignore me. But the fact that you're doing that, I look at it as a term of endearment. That's all it is. It's all good. I enjoyed the show. You ran a great show last night, Shengi. And Chrissy shared some grace. And by the way, Chrissy emailed me. Chrissy, if you're watching this, you have no idea how good of a person I am and how much more effective my ways of handling the situation with your, well, he's still your husband. We'll just call him your ex. You're going to see how much more effective my ways are going to be. See, all of you, Chrissy, JB, Fire, Barbara, I'm going to leave you out of this because you've been pretty strong. But besides Barbara, all of you are running from a high level of emotion. The reason why I exempt Barbara from that is because last night she came at me professionally and maturely. And I respect that. I appreciate that. I honestly respect that and appreciate that. But you attacked me, Shengi. And you still continue to attack me. And it doesn't bother me, but you're showing your true colors. I'm not even looking at your messages right now, dude. I'm focused on my show. I make decisions that best suit me first and foremost before I can even think about anyone else. And again, it's not being selfish. If I can't take care of myself first, folks, if you can't take care of yourselves first, then how in the world can you help other people better take care of themselves or influence them or give them advice? I'm just going to ignore the attacking messages that Coach Shangy, per se, is saying, and just let the chat record it. And even if he gets banned, actually, I'm not on OBS, so if he gets banned, we lose all the messages. But the bottom line is people are here to witness what he's saying anyway, so just keep talking, Shangy. Keep on talking, keep on projecting, dude. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm cool, man. I want you folks to see how emotionally strong and stable I am. Let the people choose for themselves, right? I mean, if you hate me that much, dude, why are you here? You feel the need to troll me and attack me just like ODN? Because right now, Shangy, you're behaving no differently than JB Gunner and ODN. And that's pretty sad to me, dude. I thought you were a better person than that and a more mature person than that, dude. But listen, I've said some things about you, Shangy, that I've known were true all along. But right now, you're actually validating my statements with your behavior. So let Shangy keep doing what he's doing. It's all good. You folks are seeing it here. You are. Got 46 in the box right now. All I want to accomplish out of this is one thing. I want to stop the people that are harming my brand illegally. That's all I want. At the same time, if I can help other people, such as JB's girlfriend, understand that not only her kids, but her are in jeopardy being around this guy, that he's a ticking time bomb, and he might flip out one day like he did on his ex-wife, Chrissy, and beat the hell out of her, and then maybe the kids. If I can help prevent that from happening, you're damn right, I'll drop everything for that like I did today to write that 5-paragraph email to CPS. Send them the links. And I said, what you need, let me know what more you need. I've got 125 gigabytes of information on this guy. Going back 3 years, how much time do you have? How much server space do you have? I've got the fiber line, and I've got external hard drives. I got everything. What do you want from me? You want me to come and testify if you have to go to court? I'll fly out on my own dime for that. You tell me what you want. That's how vested I am in this based on what this guy's put me through. For me to be standing here today, as calm as I am right now, with as many people that are coming at me in the way Shangy is and other people, and JB, and Lycan Theory, and all these people, I'm not saying I'm all that, but that to me is the definition of a strong person. In my case, a strong man. This is the real me, folks. When you hang out with me and there's no drama, I'm a cool, laid-back, down-to-earth guy. I'm a lot of fun to be with. If you're going to get in my motherfucking face and try to stir the pot up, I'm going to give it back to you 10 times harder. And I'm not going to let off until you go away. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong for standing up or with standing up for yourself. Oh my God, the guy just keeps on projecting. I hope the people behind the scenes are watching this live and reading the chat. It's just unbelievable. To be honest with you, I feel bad for guys like Shangy. maybe even guys like JB as well, and Jamie Lycan theory. Like, these guys just haven't had the best upbringing, have gone through a lot of things. I feel bad because I was fortunate enough to have two loving parents that did everything in their power to raise my brother and I as best as possible. I feel very fortunate for that. And you want to know what? When I was growing up, I took that shit for granted. But fortunately, like I mentioned before my father passed away, 6 months before he passed away, I was able to own up to that. And I'm glad I did. Because there's no way I would have wanted my father to leave and go to his grave without him knowing that I knew he was right when I figured it out. I was too young and immature back in my younger days. I was growing up and still learning to realize it. But once I realized it, I owned it. I owned up to it, which is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Kayla. How are you doing? Glad to see you here. Just having a chill stream today. Talking about a pretty interesting subject. Talking about your decision making should be based on your own. You shouldn't allow other people to force you to make a decision just because that's what you want. It may not be what you want. And if it's not meant for you to be friends because of that, then so be it. That's just the way it was meant to be. The sad thing is, in the case with Shangy, is that we have the same exact common goals. We have the same common goals. But we're infighting amongst each other when our goals are the same. That's weird to me. That to me just states this guy's a jealous dude. I mean, look, he created a channel called Coach Shangy. He used my picture as his profile picture and put his face on it. Everyone that comes on this panel now is a coach, right? This whole entire community, including the drama sphere, is now calling themselves a coach, which is fine. You can call yourself a coach all you want. Nothing illegal about that. But now even Shangy, who supposedly is on the good side, is playing along with that game. That's an insecurity to me. All these people are doing is projecting. Jealousy, right? If we have the same common goal of shutting down the people that are harming others legally, and we can't work together, then there's an issue on one side. There's a jealousy issue that stems from insecure behavior. That's all it boils down to. You know, Shangy, you had your say in your little video. I got pwned by Mad Shangy, pwned by Coach Shangy. I got pwned, yeah. Yeah, dude, I got pwned. Right on, cool. Next. Who's next? Who you gonna pwn next, dude? All you're doing here, Shangy, right now is making yourself look like a fool in front of people that still somewhat respect you. What I can tell you right now is I have absolutely no respect for you anymore, Shangy. I had a little respect for you still last night, trying to be nice to you, trying to make amends. But now, if it even matters to you, which I know it doesn't, I got zero respect for you, dude. And if you continue this behavior where I'm not attacking you, I'm not even yelling at you, I haven't yelled one time during the stream. You're going to show your true colors, and other people are going to naturally lose respect for you, man. Hey, Keith, how you doing, bro? How's it going? Folks, I'm letting you know I'm going to be on there 15, 20 minutes, and then definitely tonight, I'm not coming back for a night stream. I'm not coming back for an evening stream or a late night stream. I was on for 3.5 hours last night, and I need to take a break, and I want to take a break. I want to enjoy my night. I want some peace and quiet. I want to rest my voice. So if you have anything you want to say it right now. Anybody, ask questions. I'm doing well, Eli, thank you. I hope everyone is doing as well as can be. Yeah, we're doing good. Riff Mago says, you two constantly clash like buggery, and that's the way it is. Riff, you're right, bro, but the reason why we clash is for one reason. The one reason is the fact that it's an insecurity and jealousy. Like, Riff, let me just ask you something, bro. And look, I don't have a problem with you. I still like you, Riff. But look at Shangy's channel, look at mine. He calls his channel Coach Shangy as a parody of my channel. He doesn't want to be labeled a coach. He's doing that because he wants to take a stab at me, right? He uses my picture on his channel, my professional picture, and puts his image on it. And then everyone that goes on this panel goes with the name of coach. Do you think that behavior is normal, Riff? You tell me. Now, I'm not offended by it. I'm actually getting a good laugh at it. That these people either can't stand me so much to the point of where they're gonna dedicate their entire channel as a spoof channel of mine. Seriously, dude. Warrior Spirit, I'm with you, Sandra. Bye now. I'm out, everyone. Love you all. I cannot take the energy in here. Well, Sandra, can you let me know something before you go? What are you talking about the energy? Are you saying that we should just ban Shangy? Because you've been a great supporter, Sandra, and I want to respect your wishes because you've earned that. You've earned that trust and respect with me. So what is it that I can do right now for you to shift that energy if you're still here? Despite it, though, you're both trying to help the same person. I think that's a good thing. I find the whole everyone is a coach thing amusing. There are worse things to say about someone. I don't care that they're doing it, Riff. I look at it as a term of endearment. These people are so annoyed at the fact that I call myself a coach because I am a coach, and that's what I do. They're trying to devalue me as a coach so much that they create their entire channels as a parody of me. I'm getting a good laugh at that. And then the fact that he had to buy, 800,000 subscribers to inflate his numbers. Come on, man. Now they're going to come back and say that, oh yeah, Eli bought subs. No, Raleigh Jones admitted that he bought subs for me. And by the way, so you folks know, Raleigh, you did not buy me 1,500 subscribers. And if you did, then 1,500 didn't go through, dude, because I know my numbers. When you go to your YouTube studio in the back end, you see the positive and the negative. And let me tell you, I have been growing pretty fast. The reason why you folks aren't seeing the numbers move up fast is because all of those subscribers you bought from me, Raleigh, are being quickly removed by YouTube and being replaced by other people. I've got 2 videos that are going semi-viral, and I do networking. So if you want to sit there and say that, like Susie was saying, I tuned into Susie's stream for a few minutes and then I left. It was boring as hell. If you folks want to sit there and say that only 800 of my subs are legit, you're out of your damn mind. I got 42 people here right now. That's a pretty decent amount for a channel my size. I know channels that have 5 to 10K subs that get under 10 people or under 5 people on a live stream. But yeah, all I'm saying, Rip, is that look at what Shangy's done. We do have a common goal. And I was polite with him last night, and I was willing to work with him still to help fight this battle. Now I'll just do it myself. I've got a few people that are helping me that I respect. And as long as they want to remain friends with me, I will give them the shirt off my back until they give me a reason to not do that. But regardless, even if everyone falls like flies, I'll still fight my own battle myself if I have to. It's nice to have support, but I can also do it myself if I absolutely had to. I'd rather not do it that way. It's more difficult, more time consuming, but I'll do what I have to do to protect my name and my brand. You're both helping her. That's all that matters. We're not even talking about Sharon. We're talking about JB. Oh, are you talking about Anna? Are you talking about JB's girlfriend? Are you talking about Sharon, Riff, or both? Because there are two situations here. There's the Sharon case that involves Susie, and then there's the JB, CPS case that involves his girlfriend and his kid and his girlfriend's kids. And then there's also the anti-harassment order that is already in process that I've started. I'm sick of all this crap. I am. I'm done with it, man. I'm seriously done with it. Hey, GBT, how you doing? I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm going to just come out and say this publicly because this is something that I need to make you aware and all the moderators and consumers of content out here. GBT, no disrespect, man. I love you. You're still going to be a mod here unless, things get out of hand. I've received, and I'm not going to mention names, I've received quite a few complaints about your behavior in this chat constantly and, using a lot of foul language when I've asked people to kind of tone that down a little bit because I'm monetized. And you come in here and you talk about ODN all the time and you just you make it all about yourself, dude. And that's kind of, that's not cool to come into someone else's chat and make it all about yourself. You got to help other people, dude. Now, if I ask you a question or someone asks you a question, you go ahead and answer it. But you keep on doing the same thing, bro. And look, I can tolerate that. And you know what? I have been tolerant to it. But now that it's affecting my audience and other moderators, now I got to ask you, dude, can you cut that out and we move forward? Plus, I've had a couple of people that I trust behind the scenes say that you're actually trolling me here. So you're not actually trolling me, are you, GBT? Because I sure as hell hope you're not trolling me, dude. I had to ask you because I've got trusted sources behind the scenes that see all of this. And they got my back. If I can have a chit chat with Eli, anything is possible. You know what, Riff? You and I have had several hangout private phone conversations that I never recorded and that I've never once said anything negative about you. Another thing you mentioned to Shangy, I never doxed you or anything, but JB Gunner did. Let's not forget that JB Gunner did dox Riff Muggles. He's doxed me. He's doxed everybody. Like everybody. It's just a never-ending story. JB Gunner thinks that every single thing he does is his First Amendment right. JB Gunner, I'm going to tell you what's going to end up being your favorite amendment. And correct me if I'm wrong, folks. If I remember properly, the Fifth Amendment, I believe, is the right to remain silent. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but when you get arrested, your Miranda rights, I believe that's the Fifth Amendment. You have the right to remain silent. Can somebody fact check me on that? It's been a while. Somebody make me aware about that. And I look forward to the day where someone says those words to you, JB. You have the right to remain silent. You are right, says Queen Helen Casey. Plead the fifth, that's right. You're gonna pull the Constitution on my ass, JB? Come on, dude. You know what, folks? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my fourth and final lap right now and stay live. And I'm gonna take my sunglasses off because it's getting a little bit darker. Let's go live another 20 more minutes on my final lap so that way I can just head to my car and head home. What I've been doing is taking 3 laps, walking around the kindness corner, and then taking another lap. But I'm gonna be a little more productive today because I just want to go home and start relaxing. How's the audio and video been, folks, for most of the show? Has it been pretty clear? No wind noise, not a lot of glitches or anything like that? Gorilla Bear Tech, the issue I have with the man you mentioned, I'll keep to myself. Whatever he says from now on, if he ever does what he does again and comes out saying he's looking for me, I'll be reporting. That's what you should do. Listen, Gorilla Bear Tech, I'm not telling you to never talk about ODN on my show again. You can talk about him. It just gets really annoying when you write constant, like, long paragraphs after paragraph after paragraph, and it floods the chat. It's like spamming, dude. I'm not mad that you're doing it, but it's now affecting other moderators and other members of my audience. I'm not trying to silence you, dude. I'm on the same page as you are on. So if you want to say something occasionally about ODN, that's fine. Just don't spam my chat with ODN talk all day, every day, dude, because it gets annoying, dude. I'm being honest with you, dude. That's all. But here's the thing, Gorilla Bear Tech. ODN is an empty threat person. Apparently, he was supposed to come and hang out with me on the 11th earlier this month at Red Morton. Where are you, ODN? All right? Apparently now, Mr. Gunner says I'm heading west, right? You're not going anywhere, dude. I'm heading west, right? You coming to California, JB? You're going to come hang out with me? We'll do tea time with Coach Eli and JB Gunner. I've been looking forward to that day, brother, I'll tell you. And you show up, I'll bring you to my place, I'll show you where I live. I'll show you my fiber line, my high quality equipment, right? I'll sit you down, give you a couple cold ones, let you pass out. Then I'll call the cops on your ass and turn you in for your warrant. I look forward to seeing you, JB, because I believe in California you can't extradite. You want to come to California, JB? I look forward to it, bro. You guys are just full of words. Full of words. Empty threats for entertainment purposes. And now JB's trying to say everything I've done is entertainment. Yeah, right. Everything you've done is for entertainment purposes. So that ecstasy you were doing was candy, right? Well, whether it's candy or not, your intended purpose was to lead people to believe that it was drugs, which is against YouTube's policy. You violated the guidelines. You might get away with not getting arrested unless they find out in real life. And you can hide that, I get that, before they get there and do a check on you. But I don't want to see that crap on YouTube. I don't want to see any of this crap that JB does on YouTube. It's inappropriate content. It's just not good. 49 in the box, 14 thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up, folks. Come on. There are more than 14 people here that actually don't hate me. Let's get those thumbs up. Come on. Can we get those thumbs up? Get those thumbs up. Let's get up to 20. because ODN keeps thumbing me down every day. But what he doesn't realize is that like over half to like 70% of his likes or dislikes don't stick. They get removed, dude. And you know they get removed. And so do the views. The views get removed too. Because you're one guy that's logging into 300 sock accounts from the same IP address. You moron. You don't think the YouTube artificial intelligence is going to see that? And you're going to keep on wasting your time trying to thumb me down, brother? Well, there's ODN again. Here he comes again. CPS would do a drug test anyway. Let me ask you guys a question here. If somebody is doing ecstasy, how long does it stay in their system? Is it a month or two? Is there a way to flush it out quicker? What would JB be able to do to flush out ecstasy from being detected during a drug test? Because this guy, I'm sure he's done ecstasy. And now that CPS is about to get involved, now he's trying to say this is all entertainment purposes, right? Now we go from it being real to being entertainment. Okay, dude. We shouldn't tell him. No, he probably already knows. Warrior spirit. JB Gunner is a master manipulator. He knows everything, but can anybody tell me how long ecstasy stays in your system once you take it? Hey Barbara, how you doing? MDMA stays in your system for 2 to 3 days. No, if it's based with heroin and cocaine, those specific drugs would also show up in their time frame. So basically, by the time CPS gets to him, he'll come out clean. And he knows it. And it doesn't matter whether he's aware of CPS or not. He knows something is up. The guy knows when the heat is on, the guy knows when to back off, and the guy knows how to cover his tracks. So, the ecstasy is not going to be what puts him away. It's going to be his behavior, which is why you folks don't realize why I handled it the way I did. The reason why I handled it the way I did was because I knew it was going to trigger him. And look at everything he's done since then. He keeps on creating more hateful videos that show his anger and crazy vocabulary. Just think about it. You folks think I have no clue what I'm doing. And I don't even care. I know JB's watching, but the more and more I raise awareness on it, the more and more the walls close in on him, and the more triggered he gets, and the more he tries to have to come up with something and concoct something to try to get it to go away. It's not going to happen this time, Mr. Gunner. Warrior, yes. Hair tests show everything up to a year. Okay. All right. So then we can request a hair test on him. And if he shaves his head, then he's basically, well, they can go to his pubes, right? If he shaves his head to avoid getting hair, or if he shaves his arms, like what's the guy going to do? Get a Brazilian wax all over? Oh, that would be nasty. I don't want to think about what a Brazilian wax would look like on JB Gunner. Jesus Christ. 52 in the box right now. I'm making it rain. Well, don't rain on me. It's been a decent day today. Barbara, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier about you, but now that you're talking here, I want to thank you once again for handling what you handled last night professionally and maturely. I appreciate what you said. Hey, Hannibal loves me. Britney Spears did that. That is why she shaved her head. That's true. I remember that. Hey, Hannibal, I saw you change your name. That's pretty cool. I think people know who you are, though. Anyway, I'm not going to dox you, Hannibal, but you are a moderator here, so people are going to figure out who you are, right? Hopefully you're enjoying the show today. It's really funny. Both JB and Susie got their rocks off on the fact that I went to a New Kids on the Block concert when I was younger. And I'll tell you what I told you behind the scenes, Hannibal. They know the ones who were already subbed. Of course. They know who you are, but it's all good. I didn't out anybody, Shangy. She was already a moderator here. Everybody knows who she is. Yeah, NKOTB was awesome with Jordan. Jordan Knight, I believe his name was, right? So JB and Susie went off on this between last night and tonight. And I knew JB was going to call me the four-letter, or not the four-letter, but the derogatory F word for homosexual. I knew he was going to call me that because to him, everything like that is not straight, right? Yeah, I heard JB's response last night. It was kind of comical. Hang on, we got some power trimmer in the back there. Oh, Jesus. That's pretty loud. Yes, Joey, Joe, Jordan, Donnie, mine, Danny, and John. Yep. Jordan was the lead singer. I even liked the New Kids on the Block's Christmas CD. Remember we had CDs back then? Hannibal. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. That Jordan Knight had that high-pitched voice, right? Now, I will tell you, JB and Susie, why I went to that concert. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I went to that concert for two reasons. Number one, there were many other great artists that were there as well. Yes, NKOTB were the main attraction, but there were many other great groups and singers that were there. Plus, my friends and I were the only guys there. We were in a stadium full of women. And you want to call me an F? I'm not going to say it and get demonetized. You want to call me the F word? You want to say I'm homosexual? Is that what you want to say, JB? Because I was in an auditorium full with women? 40,000 women and 3 men? What part of that makes me that? That's a smart man, in my opinion. I had a good time, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit if you think otherwise. I don't. I am sure they had a lot of male followers. Well, dude, they had good music. Yes, the women were fascinated by them. The women were behaving the same way like the Susie Q group behaves when it comes to Corey Feldman. The women were infatuated with NKOTB, just like Susie and her group is infatuated with Corey Feldman. That's a great comparison right there, right, Susie? It's all right. You can play your videos and make fun of me for going to a New Kids on the Block concert. In my younger days, I had a damn good time. Those were fun days. I'd do it all over again today in a heartbeat. You want to know what my very first concert was? This will gain me some more masculine points, right? Because NKOTB is too feminine for a man to go watch, right? My very first concert was Skid Row leading for Aerosmith. Skid Row had the song 18 in Life, and Aerosmith is just Aerosmith. That was a damn good concert, and it was general admission at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. And since then, they've outlawed general admission concerts because people die in general admission concerts. People try to work their way to the front, right? Because it's first come, first served. So you got to be on your toes. Well, they don't allow those anymore because they were too crazy. But back then, you had to be on your toes. Hannibal, I didn't tell you about Skid Row and Aerosmith, right? People sit here and listen to J.B. Gunner call me cuck for 3 years. I got a lot of stories to share. We got a lot more in common than you think. But you got to spend more time and money feeding J.B. Gunner's crazy stuff. Hey, what's going on, Mystic Angel? Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Great music in the 90s, that's right. Well, this was late 80s. The Skid Row and Aerosmith concert I went to was in late 1989. It was a good time, I got to tell you that. What I would do to go to a concert like that nowadays was a good time. That's why a lot of the famous bands and groups back from those days are still touring nowadays, because all the stuff you have today is too commercialized, and it's all computerized, you know? It's all electronic. Back then there was real music with real instruments and real voices, not digitized and synthesized and all this crap that they do to enhance your voice nowadays. You gotta go back to the days of like Whitney Houston, right? Mariah Carey, right? Bobby Brown. Remember New Edition, Hannibal, and Sharon? Cool It Now? Groups like Kool and the Gang, J.T. Taylor, right? Celebrate good times, come on, right? What about Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? Earth, Wind, who remembers Earth, Wind, and Fire? Earth, Wind, and Fire, phenomenal group. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Remember that? Remember that, Hannibal? I'm trying to not dox you, even though everyone knows who you are. I'm trying to be respectful of your privacy, ma'am. Come on now. I'm feeling it. And these people want to sit here and call me cuck for 3 years. You have no idea who I am. You know what? I feel like I'm living like the modern day Eminem story. Crafting House, Kitty Jen, very good group. Which group were you talking about, Jen? Eli singing. Survivor Sharon, the sexy Greek god shirts will be coming soon. If I make the sexy Greek god shirts and you ladies don't buy them, you're going to hurt my fifis. You know what I'm saying? Sharon, should I start producing the sexy Greek god shirts? AM21, I agree now. Anyone can record a song before, either you had talent or not. That's right. Music just sucks nowadays. It really does. It absolutely does. We're at 1 hour and 24 minutes. Gorilla Bear Tech, I'm going to have to produce some GBT shirts one day. Well, dude, when you get a laptop and you can actually do live stream panels and actually do more than just work from your phone, I'll help you with anything, GBT. You got to get a damn laptop. You got to find a way to get a laptop, bro, and your life will change. I'm telling you, that one piece of equipment is holding you back. That's all you need. I know money's tight, but you got to find a way. That's the tool you need. That's the missing link to your success. Oh my God, Hannibal loves me with the two. Come on, Hannibal, you don't have to pay me money. Jesus Christ. You could have answered that for free, but you did that to just get the reaction. I want to thank Hannibal loves me for the $2 super chat. Ronnie, Bobby, Mickey, and Mike. I love the girl. Who cares who you like? You're talking about Cool It Now, right, Hannibal? Oh, wow. I think those dogs know me they know me by now because they used to bark at me. They're like, that's just that dude doing a live stream again on YouTube. They were barking at the other guy there on a bike. Today's music is trash. It's not the same as before. It's like having earbuds connected to a trash can. That's a great way to put it, Sharon. That really is. I have a laptop. I told you that a couple days ago, Coach. It's not mine, but then use it. Brother, how often can you use that? If you can use that 2-3 times a week for 2 or 3 hours, dude, we'll do some panels live on your show and blow you up. You got to step out of your comfort zone, brother, if you want to get ahead. Hey, Hugh Jazz, how you doing? Hello, brother Eli. Hello, Hugh. How's it going, bro? I use it for all my videos. Okay, then use it for live stream panels, dude. Let's get you going. Dude, you want to get some super chats and all that? Let's get it going, bro. Come on. I'm going to be your motivational driving force, okay? You understand that? Still have 48 in the box right now. I'll be wrapping this up very soon here. A musician doesn't make music on a computer. You're right, Similar Evil. I have started to design my own merch line. That's great, Hugh. Right on. I used to love New Edition. Hannibal loves me. New Edition was great. I remember when Bobby Brown went solo. I love this song, Don't Be Cruel. I would never be that cruel to you. Hey, yo, cutie, what's up with this attitude? I thought that I was being real good to you. Yeah, I remember the words, but right now I'm in a public place and I'll butcher it. That was a great song, Don't Be Cruel, right? And then Bobby Brown had, remember, the truth about Aroni. She's a sweet little girl. You can treat her right, feel nice and hold tight. Remember that? If you believe in love more than it can do for you, give it a chance, girl. You'll find romance. And if you find a tenderoni that is right for you, right? JB Gunner, did you find your tenderoni finally? Oh my God, that's breaking news. The guy that used to claim he was MGTOW to shill and steal money from a bunch of men that were in the most vulnerable state of their life has now admitted that he's finally found his tenderoni. And now what he's going to do to counter this statement here, he's going to post Bobby Brown's Roni on his community tab. That's what he does. That's what he's going to do. Hey, Eli, have you heard of Taylor Dane? Tell it to my heart. Yes, tell it to my heart. Taylor Dane was great. Taylor Dane had a hell of a voice. Oh yeah, Taylor Dane was great. What was my favorite Taylor Dane song? She had Tell It to My Heart, and then there were some other ones. Oh yeah, Taylor Dane was hot. Yes, she was. Warrior Spirit. I want to see Eli wearing the Santa hat, busting a move, right? Bust it. Remember that? Young MC, bust it, right? Just bust the move. I remember all that. But yeah, little old JB finally found his tenderoni. God bless you. Oh, I forgot, you don't believe in God. I forgot, you don't. Anyway. Yeah, what was that? There was another Taylor Dane song I really liked and I can't remember it. Yeah, Tell It to My Heart says Warrior Spirit. That's right. And most amazing thing happened to me yesterday. It says, Hugh, I got my learner's permit and got my very first car as well. And I'm 35. Dude, I got my license on my first car when I was 16, bro. Better late than never, though, dude. That's all good, man. That's all good. Right on, dude. See how much of a difference the last few months have made in your life, bro. I am really proud of you, man. I really am. I seriously am. How many of you remember the group The Jets? Give me one more chance to make it real. Tonight, it's been a year. We met each other here. Yep, here I am all alone as thoughts of you go on. Hear me crying out to you, right? Those songs had meaning back then. Those songs had meaning back then. Nowadays, it's about songs I banged your bitch, right? That's all it is today, right? No wonder the divorce rate is high and everyone's all messed up, right? Those songs had meaning back then. Remember a group called Starship? Nothing's going to stop us now, and we can build this dream together. Standing tall forever. Nothing's going to stop us now, right? And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other, right? Nothing's going to stop us. Nothing's going to stop us now, right? Remember Starship? Great group. They don't make them like they used to. No wonder why we're so effed up nowadays. We're more interested as men in banging someone else's woman than our own. What the hell's wrong with people nowadays, right? Oh my God. I think I've walked almost 5 miles. I've done 4 laps. That's about 4.5 miles, and I've been walking more since then. We're at an hour and 33 minutes. I'm staying on a little bit longer, folks, because I'm not going to be streaming for the rest of the night. I'm not doing, I mentioned earlier that I'm not going to be doing an evening stream or a late night stream. I did a long late night stream last night, and I do have some clients to take care of tomorrow morning for my day job, so I have to get some rest. Last night, I was able to do it. Warrior, Amy is my favorite female singer. Amy Lee, okay. Evanescence, yep. Yep, Warrior, yep, amazing voice, that's right. That's right. Hugh says, love the Jets, right? All right, folks, any other questions? All I have to say is this, folks. It is okay to get the opinions from other people. And it is okay for certain people that you allow to influence your decisions. But ultimately, at the end of the day, every decision that you make for yourself should be made by yourself. You make the final decision. Don't let anyone else get in the way of what's best for you first. It's not being selfish, because if you don't take care of yourself first, if you don't fix yourself first, get yourself on track first, there's no way you can help other people. There's no way you can be good to other people. Don't be afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to take risks. I took a risk by mentioning this CPS thing because I honestly feel it was the right thing to do. I honestly feel it was a good move. Despite all the backlash I've gotten from it. Folks, sometimes making the right move is going to entail you getting backlash. You've got to understand that, accept it. Sorry, you got to understand that, expect it, and accept it if you want to be successful. You know what I mean? The auto exposure is doing quite well right now. It's getting a little bit darker. Good title, Eli. No one is going to tell me what to do, where to go. I will go where I want, especially on YouTube. No one will ever dictate me. Well, Sharon, here's the thing. We're going to continue helping you, but once our culprits, I can't even talk, once our culprits are dealt with, Sharon, and this is all said and done, at that point, you, myself, and Hannibal behind the scenes, we're just going to call her Hannibal, because that's the name she's choosing to use right now on this channel as a moderator, like you, Sharon. We're going to work together. And let me tell you something. We're going to create some amazing content. And what we're probably going to do, Sharon, is we're going to create a documentary on all this drama sphere. We're going to create like a full-featured movie, like 2 to 3 hours long, or maybe do a mini-series, right? We're going to do exactly what J.B. Gunner said many times he would do about me. I'll make the documentary. Yeah! Donate to the documentary. Another empty lie right there. Or another lie, I mean. Another empty promise. That's what I meant to say. How many promises has that guy made that he hasn't kept? What more is it going to take to show people the guy's true colors? It's unbelievable. But that's all right. Barbara says exactly what Shangy already did. What is that, Barbara? I missed that. Can you share that again, please? What were you saying, Barbara? Can you say that one more time, please? I'll wait until you mention what you're going to say. Riff Magos, how weak-minded do you have to be to become a mindless cult member of Java Squad, though? I don't know, Riff. But listen, Riff and Barbara... Oh, you're talking about the movie. Okay. Riff and Barbara and people that I've known that are not moderators here for the time being. I don't want to overdo things or make it seem like I expect things or expect you folks to be here all the time. You're welcome to come and go as you wish, but I will be moderating people like yourselves down the road again if I feel we can at least have some kind of a civil friendship, because I do like you folks. And regardless of what happens, I'm going to keep moving forward and doing what I have to do to protect myself from this cyberbully. Because he's certainly... Let me ask you this. Barbara, let me ask you one more thing here. Barbara, Sharon, Hannibal, and Riff, the people that know myself and JB the best, you've been around longer than the rest of the people. Do you feel lately that JB Gunner is starting to amp it up again because he's starting to feel the heat? Like, I'm just curious to get your opinion on that before I go off the air, and then I'll be done. We are at an hour and 38 minutes. An hour and 39 minutes. Wow, it's a long stream, mobile. Yes, big time, says Riff. Mystic Angel 2, Sharon says Jabba the Hutt with a Vienna sausage. Barbara says yes. So it's nothing new. It's the same thing this guy does every time the heat starts to hit him again. And now it's funny to me that all of a sudden he's traveling, right? Trying to give us the perception that he's not home at that mansion where he actually lives, right? You see, this guy, every move he makes, he's trying to be one step ahead of the law and 2 steps ahead of us, right? Or 2 steps ahead of both of us, right? The law and us. Listen, JB, you have a criminal mastermind. So in order to be able to combat that, I, myself, who's not a criminal, has to think like a criminal. I don't like thinking like a criminal. But the only way we're going to stop you is to think like a criminal would think and not do any criminal activity, but use that knowledge to be able to take you down. That's all. Barbara says, I can be civil in your chat, but I stick to what I said last night. I just don't want you to be confused where we stand. Barbara, that's fine. Barbara, that's all I ever wanted. That's it. Barbara, that makes the most sense anyone's ever said regarding this situation. You want to enjoy the show? Have a place to state your opinion? Constructively like you have been? No problem. All I've said all along here to everyone, you project, you get the eject. But if you want, look, I don't care if Shangy talks smack about me. Matt Shangy could have said the same thing to me in different ways and make it more constructive, right? He could have come at me the same way more constructively, but he attacked me. He projected. But the thing is, I let him stay. I let Shangy stay because I just wanted him to burn himself. I didn't eject him. Like, he deserves to get ejected, but he didn't. We spared Shangy because, you know what? We want to create better good for the rest of the people that are involved in trying to stop the cyberbullying. The Devil's Queen, Warrior Spirit, did you see what he did on me? Oh yeah, everyone saw what he did on you. Keith Farrer, I lost respect for Shangy when he called a YouTuber the N-word. Yeah, I have to say the same thing, Keith. Like, today I just lost any last bit of respect I have for the guy, but that's that. It is what it is. Shangy didn't attack you. He stated the truth as to how things went. Well, it's your opinion, Barbara, and I respect your opinion. I feel he did attack me. That's my opinion, and we differ on that. But it's all good. I'm not mad at you. You're entitled to your opinion. You came at it constructively, right? But anyway, all right, folks. Agreed, Barbara says riff. Okay, it's your opinion. All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. We're leaving 42 in the box, 20 thumbs up. Thank you for the $4 in super chats. No big deal. You know what? The money will come when the time is right. Because the guy on the other side keeps saying another $4, another $4 or $0. I don't care, dude. The money will come when it's meant to come. I make money in other ways for now. And I'm rebuilding, right? And I'm trying to get you out of the way because you're one of the main reasons why I'm not making as much money. That's the truth, no matter what you say. All right, I want to thank all the moderators in the chat. I want to thank all the consumers of content. Thank you, everybody. I'm not going to be back tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for 2 streams. You'll get 2 streams from me tomorrow unless something changes, unless some big plans come up, which I doubt. But that's that. I am good. Barbara Sweetheart says Hugh. All right, peace out, Warrior. Spirit says peace out. And that's that. All right, folks, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye. We're out. Peace out.